What if everything we think we know about the pyramids is wrong? Pyramids are tombs and ancient symbols of power, but beyond that, they are found on every continent, from Egypt to China, even under oceans and ice. This is what makes it more than meets the eye. More than 80,000 pyramids exist worldwide. So what if they weren't built just to honor kings, but served a much deeper purpose? The Great Pyramid of Giza alone is made of 2.3 million stone blocks, weighing over 6 million tons. There are no mummies inside, and strangely, it has 8 sides, not 4. Each block fits with extreme accuracy, and its sides are aligned almost perfectly to true north, within just 3/60ths of a degree. This precision is what we call too good to be true, and more eerily, too fit for its time. It rivals our best tools today. So how did ancient builders do this? Was it just human brilliance or something more? Welcome to the Pyramid Code. We often hear that enslaved workers dragged massive stones on wooden sledges for decades, but the numbers don't add up. To finish the Great Pyramid in 20 years, workers would have needed to place one stone every 2 to 3 minutes. Evidence shows 25,000 men worked with purpose and precision, not as slaves. In fact, markings deep inside the structure show careful survey lines, block by block. They even used life-size layout grids carved into the ground beside the pyramid to test angles before building. These ancient engineers used plumb bobs, strings, and the stars. No machines, no lasers. It was all mapped by hand. The precision of the Great Pyramid is so advanced, it still surpasses many skyscrapers built today. And this wasn't just a pile of rocks. The internal chambers and steep tunnels were built with purpose and control, not chaos. Every stone, every inch, was part of a design. Forget the image of whips and chains. These weren't slaves. They were expert builders, architects, and artisans. Some lived in organized towns nearby, complete with bakeries, breweries, and medical centers. In the quarries, you can still see their chisel marks and careful cuts. They weren't building at random. They were guided by exact plans. British architecturologist John Romer discovered full-size layouts carved into the bedrock, literally a life-sized blueprint. Not just one plan, but 2. One for the outer structure and another, slightly shifted, for the inner chambers. This dual-grid design created the pyramid's signature angles and internal complexity. The Great Step in the Grand Gallery was their checkpoint, a moment halfway up the structure to verify it was still perfect. When they reached that stone, they knew they were exactly on track. There was no guesswork. It was a project of passion and perfection. Many know the Great Pyramid for its size, and yes, it is big. But it's also a math riddle in stone. Each side isn't flat, it's slightly concave, making it an 8-sided structure. That design produces odd mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio. It's aligned almost exactly with true north, not magnetic north, and this was done thousands of years before compasses. The pyramid also mirrors the stars. The 3 pyramids at Giza match the 3 stars on Orion's belt. Other pyramids around the world line up with Sirius and Pleiades. How did people without satellites or telescopes manage this? It's not a coincidence. It is cosmic precision. These alignments suggest the builders understood Earth's rotation, axial tilt, and the movements of the stars. The layout wasn't for show. It was part of something bigger, a map, a code, maybe even a machine. If the pyramids are just tombs, why the need for such mind-blowing accuracy? Why the astronomical alignment? Why 8 sides instead of 4? What if these ancient builders knew something that we've forgotten? If that thought excites you, hit subscribe and share your favorite theory below. Whether it's sound technology, electromagnetic energy, or interstellar maps, this is the mystery that keeps unfolding. Let's keep decoding it together. Some researchers think the Great Pyramid wasn't just a building, it was a power plant. Christopher Dunn calls it the Giza Power Plant. He argues the materials used, granite, limestone, and basalt, acted like conductors, insulators, and capacitors. Water flowed underneath, possibly generating energy through vibration. The King's Chamber shows signs of sonic resonance. Ancient texts mention sound and music being used to move stones. And if that sounds wild, Matthias Di Stefano claims pyramids were built using frequency and magnetism, with tuning forks and sound waves. According to him, builders from Sirius helped humans design a global network of pyramid structures, all aligned to key energy points on Earth. These weren't random. They were like ancient computers, channeling solar and cosmic energy across the planet. Were these buildings giant tools, not monuments? Inside the upper chambers of the Great Pyramid, above the King's Chamber, are hand-painted symbols. These red lines and rings aren't decorations, they're survey marks, the fingerprints of ancient engineers. Some look like sails or boats, possibly tied to workday schedules or construction rituals. Deeper still, pyramids around the world share odd connections. Over 250 pyramids in China are aligned with the true north. Central American and Egyptian pyramids sit along the same latitude and mimic the same star patterns. Satellite images show submerged pyramids under oceans and ice. Bosnia, Serbia, Antarctica. They are everywhere. Some theorists believe they were built to balance Earth's energy grid, reduce earthquakes, or connect humans to higher dimensions. Dr. Osmanagic claims the Bosnian pyramids emit healing energy. Negative ion readings in underground tunnels are 200 times stronger than on the surface. People with asthma say they can breathe freely again. So were these structures meant to power not just the Earth, but our bodies and minds? So, could the pyramids be more than just royal tombs? The evidence suggests they were. Across continents and cultures, pyramids appear not as isolated monuments, but as part of something bigger, something deliberate. They point to the stars, they echo ancient math, they hum with energy. These weren't just stones stacked for ceremony. They were blueprints, tools, perhaps even messages from a time when knowledge ran deeper than we dare imagine. The Great Pyramid of Giza is more than a mystery. It's a challenge to everything we assume about history, technology, and human potential. Was it built with lost human knowledge or outside help from the start? One thing is clear. Those who built it knew something we still don't. Something powerful enough to move millions of stones with precision so exact, modern skyscrapers still fall short. It forces us to ask questions. What have we forgotten? What was erased or lost to time? And could rediscovering these truths change how we live, build, and think today? If you found this journey into ancient intelligence as mind-opening as we did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share this with someone who still believes history is just dates and dust. Because the more we ask, the closer we get to understanding the true legacy of the ancient world and the secrets it's keeping.